very busy river. I'll have to put the information down below what the river is. That's a pretty big barge. Or tug. Towing that. A lot of 3 barges. Long-tail boats. Ferries. And there's the tug at the back, making sure the back end doesn't swing out. Very busy. Alright, had my lunch, and a sandwich, 2 cupcakes, chocolate milk. Very nice. Can't find a bin though, to get rid of the rubbish. Time to check into my hotel. See you there. Well, I've accidentally found myself in the university. Not sure which one, but it is a university somewhere in Bangkok. It's right next to the river, in fact, which is just over there. And this is the cafeteria. Very cheap food. If I'd known that, I would have eaten here. And this is a reconstruction. During work around 60 years ago, they found this partial remains of this city wall, and they've reconstructed it here. Shipwreck. Shipwreck and a cannon. Photos of some of the things that they found. Construction of the wall. What can we see? Built on clay. Long pieces of wood supporting the sides. Scrap bricks. So that's in the foundations of down 2.5 metres. More scrap bricks. And the wall on top of that. Oh, here we go. So this is the scrap bricks, the blocks, and timber supporting the walls. Interesting. I find it interesting. I hope you guys do. So I believe that's a reconstruction. Okay. How do we get out? As I said, I'm in the university. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here, but Google Maps told me there was a way. The pretty, P-R-I-D-I, Banomyong International College. Ah, there we go. back out into the main streets of Bangkok. Some parts are pretty sketchy actually. My previous accommodation, the lady, and I say that in quotation marks, strongly advised not to walk. When we left the villa at night, don't turn right, turn left. It's okay to do it during the day, but not at night. It gets a little bit sketchy. They were growing their personal plants along there. Probably get quite protective of it, I guess. So I didn't. Walked out the other sketchy way. Oh dear. You would have seen it on the video. It wasn't there wasn't the best of areas of town. Only for that alleyway, which was called, or one alley that ran off it was called Sin Alley in Bangkok. You can look it up, it's there. A little bit, leaves a little bit to be desired, but it was fine. Go in there and get your instant facelift, Botox, anti-aging. Next door, you can zip in for a coffee and a brownie. Very random, this place. And I will show you in another video. The amount of silver jewellery shops is unbelievable. Okay. Down 5%. So it's time to say see ya till probably tomorrow. See you then. Now this rather ugly looking contraption is part of the old city moat, the Klong Kweng Diom, from the Pierre Thon Bury period in 1771. That's pretty old. There's a road bridge being built above it, but their gates, they go up and down here. But I'm not 100% sure which part the moat is. Anyway, there you have it. Alright, last interesting fact for this last 2% of battery. Truck wrong mine. So during the, I don't know of a year for you, during the early Rattanakosin period, this was the area where there was 2 factories that made silk, specifically made silk for the royal family and for high-ranking officials. And this laneway is all that's left. I don't believe there's any roads or anything, any factories or parts of factories left. Just this laneway, which is dedicated to the Royal Silk Factories. Wow. More interesting facts coming your way soon. This is I'm reading from notes, Chao Phraya River. Bangkok. Bangkok's main river goes through the centre of town. A couple of ferry boats there. You do get, well, as I've shown on a previous video, there's barges. Long tail boats fly up and down. And this river leads out to the Gulf of Thailand. Around about 25 kilometres that way as the crow flies. Or twisting and turning like a river, probably about 45 kilometres. And that's where it turns into or joins the Gulf of Thailand, which in turn joins or leads into, merges with the South China Sea. So there you go. There's a long tail. A couple of them. Pretty large motors on the back of those. I haven't been able to get a close-up view of one. They puff away smoke like they're a diesel. Some of them do anyway. But I'm not sure what sort of motors they are. Petrol, diesel. Definitely not electric. Anyway, it is a busy river. It's a little bit of a quiet spell. But all sorts of craft going up and down here. Ferry ride for the tourists. And there's also a lot of ferries like this one. You might be able to see behind the long tails. Two of them there. They pretty much just cross the river, get you from one side to the other. Because the bridges, although there's one just there, they're a bit few and far between. Anyway, we're off to go and have a look at the museum. We're walking through the university again because it's cooler, a lot cooler. And it's cheap. It's stinking hot, again, as usual. It's about, it'll be 31 now. It's been 31 degrees Celsius since probably 8:30 this morning. I think it's now about 10:30, not sure. The humidity is out of control. Nice little garden down there. Somerset anniversary, 60th anniversary plaza. Somerset being the university that we're in right now. Nice grounds. Humidity, yes, unbearably so. My eyeballs have been sweating. It's uncomfortable. I did move hotels. I'm not sure whether I told you, but my previous villa didn't have a pool. I was there for 3 nights. Had numerous cold showers trying to cool down. decided the best way to do that would be to find a hotel with a pool. So I did. Highly recommend doing that. Okay, this is a statue of Professor Dr. Priti Banomyong. He was very important in the history of Thailand. Played a major part in the changing of basically the constitution from a outright monarchy to a democratic monarchy in 1932. That's when he began that campaign. I think that happened in around 1939. Not sure. Founded this university, which we're walking through. Interesting. Okay, museum. Why, you may ask, are we headed towards the museum? Because I'm hoping that it's got air conditioning. There's a little fact about Thailand. It is the only Southeast Asian country to have never been ruled by an European power. So, like the French ruled Vietnam for some time. That's never happened here in Thailand. In Thai language, the name of Thailand is Pratet Thai, which means the land of the free. No grain of salt needed with that information. It's a fact. %40 of Thai people are actually linked to China ethnically from way back when. I believe back in the 3rd or 4th centuries was that's when Chinese people expanded down into this territory. Something like that. What else do I know? Chopsticks. Thai people don't use chopsticks. It's one of the few things they didn't import from China that weren't bought over, if you get what I mean. One of the practices that weren't continued in Thailand is chopsticks. They use a spoon and a fork to eat. Rice is still a huge part of their diet and the economy. The rice being the #1 export for Thailand. Another interesting fact that I'm probably going to buy very soon. A Red Bull. Originated in Thailand.
แต่ไอ้พวกที่ป้าไม่รู้จักใครลูกหลานป้าไม่มีเราจะมาให้ด้วยพร้อมแล้วจะมาให้ครับ
Yes, Red Bull. That I find delicious energy drink. Originated here in Thailand. Flavour was changed for Western tastes. But what a success story that's been. Now, this little area over here is one of the older sections of town. Much more interesting than the place where I'm staying now. previous place I was in was very interesting too. Very old, quite run down. But hey, that's what makes it interesting, right? So I'm going to show you a couple of the silver shops. Silver shops galore over here in Thailand. And these old buses, they're everywhere. Myself some cream for my sore foot. See the sweat dripping down my face? It's really hot. I have to go on about it because it's really hot. What other facts did I have for you? Oh yes, Thailand. 70 million people, population. Majority of which are Buddhist. Gentleman did a little dance for me, but the camera was facing the wrong way. Never mind. Yes. So the majority, I think about 95% are Buddhist. There's a lot of temples here in Thailand. This is the back end of one that we went into yesterday. 35,000 temples here. That's a lot. And I guess, look, I was going to say that once you've seen one, you've seen them all, but that's not really true. They get more and more majestic, and of course some of the smaller ones are more modest. But I guess they're like churches, really. You get huge churches in Europe and St Paul's in Melbourne, and then you get your run-of-the-mill ones in the suburbs and smaller towns. I guess the same goes for temples. Yeah, I can't just generalise like that, so I won't. Okay, let's find this museum. Oh yes. Did I tell you I tried to get into the Grand Palace Temple? Not yesterday, but the day before. It was very hot again, and I was instructed to walk through this park. There's the temple, you can see it. It's down the end of that street. But that gentleman there in the white shirt, in the white t-shirt, as soon as I entered that little walking area, he told me they weren't going to let me into the palace, the Grand Palace, because I had shorts on, which was unfortunate because the only other options I had were a pair of jeans or a pair of tracksuit pants. And in this heat, that just wasn't going to happen. So I was hoping, and I didn't even look properly back at the shops we were just at, to find a sari or something that I can wrap around my legs so that I can get into the palace over the next couple of days. I have to see what I can find. I don't think long pants are going to be the go, not today. Okay. This might put a dampener on things. Just had an email from my bank. There's been fraud committed on my card by someone in Kenya. I've taken a fair bit of money out, so I can't call on my phone from here, because I don't understand how. It's I get an operator message that's in Thai, so I don't know what to do. So I'll head back to my hotel and hopefully I can get them to put me through to my bank back in Australia. I hope this doesn't take too long to resolve. I've only got 2 more nights accommodation paid for, and pretty sure that's the museum I was about to go into. Yeah, I've only got 2 more nights accommodation paid for, so I need something by, this will be done by Friday morning. Alright, back to the hotel. Hopefully I get this resolved quickly. Be back with you guys soon. I hope. Yes, definitely. There it is, National Museum. That's where I was supposed to be. Perhaps we'll come back. Gotta get this sorted first. Okay. See you soon.